Alright, so here I go. I'm working on this BDL clutch, aftermarket clutch I have going here. Problem is the ring gear went bad. BDL says grind it off with the air grinder, and so I've done that. Ordered a replacement. Put the replacement on there, and as you can see here, we've had some problems with that ring gear spinning on the clutch basket because they don't really hold it on there. It's supposed to be heated up at 450 degrees for 30 minutes, and then you just place it on there and let it cool for 30 minutes. That's what they tell you to do. So I'm not having any luck with that. Put it on there, it stayed for probably maybe 20-30 starts, and then I noticed this grinding noise coming out of my primary cover. Taking a look at that, what was going on with my ring gear was coming off the clutch basket here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So, but you can see these little punch marks here. So this is going to be my attempt. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work out, but this is my attempt at correcting the problem. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to go in between each and every one of these, about in the middle there, and you can kind of tell the middle by, you know, where your teeth are. So what I've been doing is taking this self-centering or self-setting punch here and making these. Gotta get a couple things out of the way here, but you'll see here in a sec. Okay. So what I'm doing here is, now this is probably somewhere about in the middle of that, and then I'm going to see this rib here. So alright, so what I'm going to do here is, this is right about the center. And what that's doing is it's basically giving me a knurling effect, because by doing that, my belief is that it should mushroom some of that aluminum outwards and take up some of that. The other problem I had was initially the ring gear spun on the clutch drum, so you can probably kind of see that here. So I'm going to try a couple things, and I'm going to stick it back on there, and hopefully this will work. I'll let you guys know. So we're just going to do I'm just going to make it easy on myself here. Sorry if you guys can't see, but so I'm just kind of making a line here, which is basically creating some kind of a knurling effect, and hopefully that will take up a few thousandths of an inch, keep it from coming off of there. I'm also really considering dousing that heavily with some brake cleaner before I toss that ring gear back on here, which is going to go back in the oven, by the way, for another half an hour at 450 degrees. And I feel like I got a little dip going there, so hopefully it's going to be just what we need to keep this from becoming a problem again in the future. I suppose if I was smart, I would be staggering these maybe. Anything to give it a little more bite so it doesn't come off of there on me again is pretty much the effect we're going for here. I'm just going to go ahead and make those a little deeper because the more I displace, apparently, obviously, the more that's going to mushroom out and give us a little bit more material to bite onto. So I'm really hoping this does the trick. This is just kind of a on the fly, thought up, made up method, and I hope it works. So here goes our ring gear. Still in the oven, 450 degrees. "30 minutes. See you guys in 30 minutes.